Hello, I am going to show you a quick walkthrough of the Angels Fall First Loadouts menu. So let's go there right now. And I'll go through each of these windows. In the upper left, we have the Loadouts presets window where you can select which team, which unit type, and which preset you want to work on. So for unit types, you can edit the infantry loadouts, and you can select each of the vehicle types, the ground vehicle acquisition options, the spaceship fighters, and the spaceship vehicle acquisition capital ships, all available here for both teams. So for vehicles, you will have a lot of different options depending on what type of vehicle you are choosing, and some vehicles will have options unique to that vehicle. Now let's go into infantry, where you will probably do most of your editing. And for each loadout in this window, it'll show you all of the selected options. And in the right, I will quickly show you, you can choose between the three hop tabs here. View will let you see what you are editing. So I'll go back to the vehicles and you can see the vehicles. And you can change the appearance here, and you can change the pattern and color scheme of your suits and your vehicles. The info tab, depending on what you select, will have descriptions of what you have selected. So all of the weapons have little summaries of what they're about. And the stats tab, which you will use probably more often than any of the others, will show you the stats of the equipment. So this is the stat of the weapon and all of the modules that are currently equipped on it. You can keep it selected and mouse over other weapons to get comparison stats. And this is a good, easy way to see, depending on what you're looking for a different role, whether the pros and cons fit what you were looking for. And you have the different ammo types, different barrels, underslung options, sights, and internal upgrades for weapons. And these are typically the same for each weapon. Some weapons have different options. All right, so let's start with suits. You have the three different suit types. So you have the medium, the light, and the heavy suit. You have different helmet specs and body spec options. There's a knife, which is standard for all suits. You can't switch it out. The sidearm slot, which is the only slot that holds the multi-wrench, but can also hold pistol or an SMG. And the upgrade slots per choice. Primary and secondary are pretty much identical slots. They hold anything from the pistol, SMG, and all of the other weapon options. Your explosives. You have your standard grenades, your gyro grenades, spring grenades, and depth packs, which are kind of like C4. And your supply slots. So you'll see I have two here, but that is because I have a support spec. So if I remove that, you typically only have one supply slot available, unless you take the support spec, and then you can carry two. And, oh yes, So on the upper right, you have your budget for command, support, and combat. It will show you your available budget and the amount of budget points you've used for this current loadout. Now, if you go over your budget, I've actually made a fitting for this. You'll get a warning and a red warning here over which role you are over budget in. And if you get this warning, you cannot deploy with this loadout selected. So you'll have to select a different loadout or remove one or more modules until your budget goes below what you were currently allowed to use. And then once you've done that, you'll be able to deploy with that loadout. If you want to create a new preset, you can just do that. And you can change the name to whatever you want. You'll get a stripped down standard loadout, which you can edit. You can rename it later if you wish. And if you don't like it, you can delete the preset. And as I said, if you want to, you can have multiple presets for vehicles so that you have different setups for different roles if you wish. All right, I hope that helps. If you want more information on especially details on making your own fittings, as far as what good options are, there are some very good guides on the Steam guide section. Also, the official Discord channels can be a great place to ask questions. All right, I hope that's helpful.